lies in how diverse he can be, and so is the case of our guest, Mr. J.S. Gill. His journey into these esteemed services began in 1972, and he continued on various different fronts for more than 39 years. While being in the CRPF, he attended various courses relating to weaponry, logistics, administration, high management, provisioning, and plentiful others. He has served in various capacities in Mizoram, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Nagaland, Assam, Punjab, and numerous others. He has led the first CRPF contingent on UN peacekeeping mission in Kosovo during 2001 and 2000 onwards. He is well known for his work in the field of sports, and he has organized various tennis events in his units as well as Kosovo, and is himself a keen player of the sport. Mr. J.S. Gill has been decorated with the Sangrams Medal, Police Medal for Meritorious Services, UN Peacekeeping Medal, and President's Medal for Distinguished Services, and there are plentiful others. The list goes on. As it is famously said, that motivation once ushered takes a person to a better life. It has been brought as an illustration by Gill sir, as he has set up a motivation museum at Neemuch. Therefore, I, on the behalf of everyone present here, welcome you, sir. Let us now begin with the other festivities.
Thank you, Ms. Nimrat. Now I would like to invite Ms. Pallavi Sharma to sing a ghazal in her mellifluous voice. Let us all welcome her with a big round of applause.
सलोना सा सजन है और मैं हूँ, जिया में एक आंगन है और मैं हूँ। सलोना सा सजन है और मैं हूँ, धूप की छाया में साजन, तुम्हारे रूप की छाया में साजन, बड़ी ठंडी जलन है और मैं हूँ। सलोना सा सजन है और मैं हूँ, चुराई चैन रातों को जगाए, चुराई चैन रातों को जगाए, पिया का ये चलन है और मैं हूँ। सलोना सा सजन है और मैं हूँ। आ आ आ आ आ हाँ, पिया के सामने घूंघट उठा दी, पिया के सामने घूंघट उठा दी, उसी दिन की लगन है और मैं हूँ। सलोना सा सजन है और मैं हूँ। आ आ आ
Well, Dad, you have to dream before your dreams come true. So we have with us Miss Arshpreet, who would present her self-composed poem.
की तरफ से दिल में जुनून सा भर जाता है, देख तेरी तस्वीर को, देख तेरी तस्वीर को। ना जाने कैसी ये तड़प है जो तुझ तक पहुंचने के लिए पहले से अधिक है। दिल में है जिद, बस तेरे तक है पहुंचना, बस तेरे तक है पहुंचना। बैठे हैं अपनों से दूर, कर रहे हैं जी तोड़ मेहनत, ताकि पूरी हो तेरे तक पहुंचने की ये मन्नत, ताकि पूरी हो तेरे तक पहुंचने की ये मन्नत। इश्क नहीं अब इबादत है, तेरे तक पहुंचना अब ख्वाहिश नहीं, जिंदगी है मेरी, जिंदगी है मेरी। थैंक यू।
Share his experience.
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਮੈਂ ਚੰਡੀਗੜ੍ਹ IAS ਅਕੈਡਮੀ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਮਾਣ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਆ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਰੂਬਰੂ ਹੋਣ ਦਾ। ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ ਮੁਕਤਸਰ ਜ਼ਿਲ੍ਹੇ ਦੇ ਬੜੇ ਛੋਟੇ ਜਿਹੇ ਪਿੰਡ ਤੋਂ ਆਉਂਦਾ। ਸਾਡੇ 2012 ਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਕੂਲ ਅਪਗ੍ਰੇਡ ਹੋਇਆ 8th ਮਿਡਲ ਕਲਾਸ ਦਾ, ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਉਹ 5th ਦਾ ਸਕੂਲ ਸੀ। ਤਾਂ ਬੜਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਫੇਸ ਕਰਨੀ ਪਈ ਹੈ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੀਏ ਤਾਂ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈ ਦੇ ਦੌਰਾਨ ਬੜੀਆਂ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਿਲ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਈਆਂ। ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਲੱਕੀ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਨਕੇ ਪਿੰਡ ਮੈਂ ਫਰੀਦਕੋਟ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪੜ੍ਹਨ ਦਾ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲਿਆ। ਅਦਰਵਾਈਜ਼ ਸਾਡੇ ਪਿੰਡ ਜੋ ਮੇਰੇ ਕਲਾਸਮੇਟਸ ਸੀਗੇ ਉਹ ਅਜੇ ਤੱਕ ਵੀ ਕੋਈ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰ ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਹੀਏ ਸਕਸੈਸਫੁਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਸਕਿਆ ਲਾਈਫ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਕਾਫੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਖੇਤੀਬਾੜੀ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਨਾਲ ਨਾਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਕਾਫੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਫਿਰ ਕੰਮ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਲਏ ਛੋਟੇ ਮੋਟੇ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ। ਤਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬੜਾ ਆਪਦੇ ਆਪ 'ਤੇ ਮਾਣ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਅਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਲੱਕੀ ਵੀ ਸਮਝਦਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਅੱਗੇ ਵਧਣ ਦਾ, ਪੜ੍ਹਨ ਦਾ। ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ 10ਵੀਂ ਕਲਾਸ ਆਪਣੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਬੜੇ ਮੈਂ 7-8 ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਗੈਪ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈ ਛੱਡ ਕੇ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਵੇਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੰਨ 2008 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 7 ਜਨਵਰੀ 'ਚ। ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ +2 ਵੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਥੋੜ੍ਹਾ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕੰਟੀਨਿਊ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਆਪਣੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈ ਨੂੰ। +2 ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਵੇਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਡਿਸਟੈਂਸ ਮੋਡ ਨਾਲ। ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਚੰਡੀਗੜ੍ਹ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ GCM ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਾਲਜ ਹੈਗਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਕਾਲਜ ਸੈਕਟਰ 11 'ਚ, ਉੱਥੇ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਗ੍ਰੈਜੂਏਸ਼ਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇਨਰੋਲਮੈਂਟ ਕਰਵਾਈ। ਤਾਂ ਗ੍ਰੈਜੂਏਸ਼ਨ ਵੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਹਾਲਾਤ ਇੰਨੇ ਵਧੀਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਕੰਟੀਨਿਊ ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ ਰੈਗੂਲਰ ਮੋਡ 'ਚ। ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਫਸਟ ਈਅਰ ਆਪਣੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਰੈਗੂਲਰ ਮੋਡ ਨਾਲ ਕੀਤਾ, ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਤੇ ਫਾਈਨਲ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਡਿਸਟੈਂਸ ਮੋਡ ਨਾਲ ਕੀਤੀ। ਬਟ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲਾਇਬ੍ਰੇਰੀ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਨ ਦਾ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲਿਆ, ਨਾਲ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸਿਵਲ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਦਾ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਦੀ ਜੋ ਤਿਆਰੀ ਸਿਵਲ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਦੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤੀ। ਸਨ 2013 'ਚ ਮੈਂ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਮੇਨਸ, ਉਦੋਂ 2 ਆਪਸ਼ਨ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ, ਹੁਣ ਤਾਂ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਹੁਣ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਸ਼ਨ ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਗਈ। 2 ਆਪਸ਼ਨ ਨਾਲ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ PCS ਦਾ ਮੇਨਸ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਮੈਂ 2013 'ਚ, ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਮੈਂ ਉਦੋਂ ਅਪੀਅਰਿੰਗ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਸੀ ਗ੍ਰੈਜੂਏਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਤਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਫਿਰ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਤੇ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਵੀ ਹਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਕੁਝ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਵੀ ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਅਪੀਅਰਿੰਗ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਪ੍ਰੀਲਿਮਸ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਮੇਨਸ ਵੀ ਹੋਊਗਾ। ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ ਮੇਨਸ ਦਿੱਤੇ, 3-4 ਮੇਨਸ ਦਿੱਤੇ, ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਗੱਲ ਬਣੀ। ਤੇ ਇਸ ਵਾਰੀ ਲੱਕਲੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਾਸ ਹੋਇਆ, ਮੇਨਸ ਵੀ ਇੰਟਰਵਿਊ ਵੀ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਰਵ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ SDSP। ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਬਸ ਇਹੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਜਗਤਾਰ ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਹੈ, ਹਰ ਮੋੜ ਤੇ ਸਲੀਬਾਂ, ਹਰ ਪੈਰ ਤੇ ਹਨੇਰਾ, ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਰੁਕੇ ਨਾ, ਸਾਡਾ ਹੀ ਵੇਖ ਜ਼ੀਰਾ। ਤਾਂ ਰੁਕਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ, ਬਸ ਜੋ ਲੱਗੇ ਆ ਲੱਗੇ ਰਹੋ, ਕਿਤੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੰਜ਼ਿਲ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਮਿਲੂਗੀ। ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੇ ਜਿਹੇ ਸ਼ਬਦਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਨਾ ਲੈਂਦਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ।
It is the consistent efforts which keep us going towards our goal. Now, I would request Monica ma'am to please share her experiences.
And all present here, Honorable Chief Guest Sir, and the esteemed dignitaries, students, aspirants, and my fellow mates who are the part of today's event. Firstly, I would thank the management committee, the faculty, and the staff members of the Chandigarh IAS Academy for providing me the platform here, where I could stood up and share my journey from being an aspirant to a civil servant today. Well, if there is one word in which I would be able to define and explain my journey, I would call it a roller coaster ride. It had been full of ups and downs, emotional breakdowns, and there were times when I would feel so exhausted, but the results were not that up to my expectation and all. Nevertheless, whenever I felt to be a little stressed or I felt demotivated, I introspected myself. I was lucky enough to have my friends and family who always supported me throughout my journey from being an aspirant to this. So if I begin from my background, I have done my schooling from New Public School Sector 18B Chandigarh up till class 12. I had been a medical student in +1 and +2, and unfortunately, but otherwise, if we say that it was the will of God that I couldn't get into the medical college after my +2 examination. At that time, my family was not in that much of financial government service. I got motivated, and I would see that in the first year of post-graduation, I started developing inclination towards the preparation for the civil services. I started in bits and pieces on my own along with my post-graduation, and once I had completed it, with the support of my family and guidance, I took it up. So one point I would like to add that there is no latecomer in this preparation. As and when one finds that you are in a position to start with it and you have a good willpower, you can start it. So when I began, I was from a medical background, starting with the civil services preparation, having the general study subjects from polity, economy, history, with whom I had not been in touch since my schooling. I had to gear myself up. I started with NCERT and I had to push myself against those subjects, so I could utilize my time in my own introspection. I developed my own timetable which could best suit me, and my productivity would be also high. So one thing that during my preparation that I felt was being a female candidate after post-graduation, one reaches a particular age that when one sees that if you enter into this process, you have to complete it within a time period of 1 to 2 or maybe 2.5 years. We cannot wait for long, considering the fact that there are other familial obligations to be completed. But somehow I kept going. I gave my first UPSC prelims in 2018. Unfortunately, I couldn't get through. My PCS prelims also in 2018 couldn't get through. The reason for that was in CSAT I was a little weak because I had a medical background, and in prelims of PCS the marks of CSAT are also counted. But then I again gathered some strength, asked my family to give me another chance, and they wholeheartedly supported me in it, and then I again gave the exam in 2019 and further 20. In the UPSC again I could lose by a mere margin, but I further carried on and get through all the stages of 2020 PCS examination, and here I am now standing in front of you. I am extremely thankful to the Almighty for giving me the courage, and in one line that I want to say is particularly for the females also, that it is never too late, never give up, always have an optimistic approach, and always try to give your best in whatever you do. One day you will always succeed in your life. Perseverance and capacity is always there in you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Guest of honor, Mr. M.M. Faruqui, ADGP Punjab Police. Please give him a huge round of applause. It says, तू शहीन है परवाज़ है काम तेरा, तू शहीन है परवाज़ है काम तेरा, तेरे सामने आसमां और भी हैं. It means that we are students. Our work is to do the hard work and succeed. Now I would like to hand over the mic to my friend, Ms. Nimrat.
I delightedly welcome our chief guest, Mr. M.F. Faruqui, over here, and I would like to extend the token of gratitude to him. I feel immensely pleasured to introduce to you all our honorable chief guest. Stars on shoulder, pride in eyes, courage in heart, and ready to sacrifice defines the true spirit of being an IPS officer. On the behalf of the management, faculty, staff, and students, I welcome our chief guest, Mr. M.F. Faruqui, who is an esteemed IPS officer and is currently posted as the ADGP under Public Grievances Division, Chandigarh. Well known for his achievements, Mr. M.F. Faruqui cleared the Civil Services examination in 1995, which only marked the glorious journey of his career. Ever since, he has been dedicatedly serving our country and has been posted in various districts as the police head. He has been appointed as a member of board of the National Police Academy that is preparing a unified syllabus for the training of police officials throughout India. Mr. Faruqui has been decorated with the President's Police Medal and continues to be a model police officer for his selfless services. He is also a lover of sports and physical fitness and has represented his departmental team in the World Police Games held in New York. Mr. Faruqui is not only an accomplished poet, you all, but he is also a literary personality. His famous compilation of Urdu poetry and ghazals such as Thoda Sa Main and Chirag Madham Se have been applauded by various well-known celebrities and poets. For the same purpose, he is currently working with the Faiz Ahmad Faiz Foundation as its president. He is also working actively towards the concept of Tandurust Punjab, which was seen by his active participation in the cyclothon held at Bathinda and various other events. He has not only served our country with the best of his efforts, but has also become an epitome of kindness towards people. Sir, your constant dedication and actions that we will fall short at listing have not only brought pride to the country, but also to all of us sitting here in the auditorium. The proverb, actions speak louder than words, has been truly met by your efforts. Therefore, it is an honorable moment for all of us today to have your prestigious presence amongst us. We all are inspired and encouraged by your deeds and welcome you wholeheartedly. Thank you. Now I hand it over to
Sir, we are deeply honored by your presence. Now is the time that we acknowledge our students who have made us immensely proud by getting selected in PCS. I would kindly request Mr. M.F. Faruqui and our honorary guest, Mr. J.S. Gill, to present our toppers with the prizes. Please, sir. I would like Mr. R. Isman to please escort, sir.
though it is the dawn of success for some, but you all are waiting for your success. And today I was just thinking about it. So what should I talk to you? Should I talk about the focus? Should I talk about the dedication? Should I talk about the diligence and the hard work? And what not? But the thing is that you all are here because you are focused. So need not to talk about that. You know about your goal, and your academy is also teaching you. Lot many other guests, lot many other motivators would have talked to you about the dedication, the focus and everything. The thing that is very important for me comes after success. I would like to talk to the successful candidates first of all here, and then after I'll talk to you all who are here present, pursuing your goal, your target you want to achieve in your life. A police officer, a successful engineer or doctor. The most important thing is to become a human being. What you are after success, what you are delivering to the society, what is expected from you, and what is being given back to the society. That is more important. Because I have seen in my career, being the police officer, I have seen many seats, being the SHO of a police station when I started my career. And from there till date, the seat I'm just supervising is Public Grievance Division, which is very close to my heart. And I'm finding, during this journey I found that being a police officer or being a successful man doesn't matter. The wiping the tears from the eyes of the needy and the disappointed and the frustrated people, that becomes more important. Because if you have taken birth being a human being, the God has given us the best of its creation to us, you will get success. As it is always said that ऊपर वाला जब हमको भूखा उठाता है तो भूखा सुलाता नहीं है. So everybody will get its own share from the society, whatever is being delivered to you. But what is your orientation? Whether you want to get more or more for you, or you want to deliver also. You want to give it back to the society also. And I have said lot many times that if you are a successful engineer and you are corrupt, if you are a successful entrepreneur even and cheating the society, it is a waste for the nation. Being a police officer, if a police officer is not delivering, if the complaints are not being redressed properly and the justice is not being given, police officer is also a waste, whether he is IPS officer or what. It is not very important. But unfortunately, what is happening that in our life, we have reached to a point where the success is being measured by the materialistic gains. How big you are having the car, how big your house is there, how lavish the life you are living. This is being measured in that term, which is very unfortunate because we don't see the means of getting those materialistic gains also. Though we keep on talking about, many times what happens that when I go to some public function, they say that you are a very honest officer. So I used to say that why you are mentioning this trait, which must be an obvious trait of an individual. I must not get what I am not supposed to get. So the unfortunate affair is that we have reached to a place where the honesty is being treated a rare phenomena, a rare trait in the individual, and therefore they are mentioning. So in the every wake of life, you'll see that it is not happening. The kind of services it is being expected from you, it is not being delivered also. Whether it is a police officer, the cutting edge level, you'll reach to a police station, the person who is there, he'll be misbehaving many times, he'll not be delivering you what is expected from him, and the faces those who are disappointed, it makes me very uncomfortable, and it must make you also uncomfortable, since many of you are going to hold right now some position. So always remember, there is a difference between before the table and behind the table. When you are before the table and somebody is treating you, then you are having a different perspective. You are having your own grievances, and you are aching with this thought that why you are not being given that justice which you deserve. But the moment you reach to the other side of the table, you think that you are the sacred cow kind of thing, and you are having all rights to disobey or whatever the desire is from you. That is something happening in a very different way in the society. So, first of all, I would like to say, since you have not occupied your seat behind the table, then you must think about that. Whatever you used to think about the people, those who were on the other side of the table. Please deliver to the society what is expected from you. You must remain a human being first. You must feel the pain of the person who is there, who is coming to you. So because the real challenge starts for you from here. It was not the challenge to be selected in services. The real challenge starts from here, because lot many politicians or others or your own expectations even must be coming will be coming before you, which will hinder your performances. The expectation of the family, the expectation of arising from the wealth of the neighbor, because my neighbor, if he's SDM or he's having a good wealth which he has acquired, or a police officer which he has acquired from the undue means, so then it must be giving rise to the expectation of your family, how you are going to deal with it, how you are going to deal with the postings and transfers in your life, how you are going to content yourself, whatever the challenges are coming before you. So the challenge was there before your selection, but the real challenge comes after selection. So you must be prepared for that. The life is, if you want to deliver justice to the society, it is the bed of thorns, I'm telling you, not the bed of roses. Very difficult, because the expectation the society has reached to a pinnacle where the undue expectation are blessed. One thing, that you have been chosen one, you have been given, assigned a duty, and you must be honest to your duty. The law expected, and by the society expected, and by our lords also, our Lord which expects from us to be honest and righteous. If you want to become corrupt, nobody can stop you, because this is the expectation, this is the preference you have given to yourself. But I want to tell you very important thing, that end of the day, if you have chosen the wrong path, you will be the loser. And if you have chosen the righteous path, it would be a bit difficult in the beginning, but gradually it would be smoother and you'll be having a very good life. Will be fulfilled with all your desires, whatever is there. If you want to have a good house, if you want to have a good happy family and everything, you will all be given by the Almighty, but you will have to be steadfast in the beginning, first of all. So I must congratulate you at this juncture that you have got this success, and my best wishes are with you. Now, you all people, those who are behind, you are not going to remain behind. Though you are in the right now you are in the back benches, but I have the confidence that in the coming days, all these front benches would be filled by you, those who are right now in the back benches. The kind of expectations you are having with your academy, that would be fulfilled. The kind of expectations you are having from yourself, obviously, that is going to be fulfilled after you remain steadfast, you remain focused, and you remain persistent in your efforts. Amal peham mohabbat fateh alam, yaqeen muhkam, the firm determination, the firm belief, amal peham, persistent effort, and the love, the conqueror of the world. Yaqeen muhkam, amal peham mohabbat fateh alam, जिहादे जिंदगानी में यह हैं मर्दों की शमशीरें. With these swords we fight the battle of the life. So whatever place you are occupying, you should have firm belief in yourself that you will do it. Make the persistent effort as a drop of water does to the stone when it keeps on dropping the same place, or like the lens, if you that focus on one point and burns the paper. Be focused and persistent effort, and the love, the conqueror of the world. Have love for the society. मोहब्बत रखनी चाहिए दिलों में, आपस के लिए, लोगों के लिए. ये जो प्यार है, ये जो मोहब्बत है, इसकी नेकनियती जो है इंसान को कामयाब हो कराती है. जो लोग नेकनियत होते हैं, जिनके दिलों में मोहब्बत होती है, उनको कामयाब होने से कोई नहीं रोक सकता. और किसी की भी कामयाबी जो है वो मटेरियलिस्टिक गेन से हासिल नहीं की जाती, उसके पैमाने से नहीं देखी जाती. कामयाबी इंसान की अल्टीमेटली हैप्पीनेस से जांची जाती है. व्हाट इज द हैप्पीनेस इंडेक्स इन योर लाइफ? हाउ हैप्पी यू आर. और जो लोग नेकनियत हैं, ये मैं उनको गारंटी करता हूं कि उनको कामयाब होने से कोई नहीं रोक सकता. आप कितने साफ सुथरे हैं अपनी सोच के अंदर, आप कितना बेहतर सोचते हैं सोसाइटी के बारे में, आप कितना अपने आप को जानते हैं, अपनी सराउंडिंग्स को जानते हैं, और उनके साथ कैसे पीसफुल कोएग्जिस्टेंस को मेंटेन करते हैं, ये इंसान की कामयाबी की जमानत है. तो कामयाबी के लिए किया गया कोई भी एफर्ट ये नहीं हो सकता कि इंसान को कामयाब न कराए. बस तुम्हारे लिए वही सब कुछ है जिसके लिए तुमने कोशिश की. जिस काम की हम कोशिश करते हैं और उसी में लगे रहते हैं, वो कामयाबी तो ला के रहती है. ये मैं आपको आज गारंटी कर रहा हूं. सिर्फ वो लोग नाकाम होते हैं जिनकी आजमाइश होती है इस सफर के दौरान कि वो कहीं थक कर बैठ तो नहीं जाते. तो थकना नहीं है, थकना नहीं है, चलते रहना है. कीप ऑन डूइंग योर एफर्ट. अपना एफर्ट करते रहिए और फिर अपने रब से मांगिए कि आपको क्या मिलना चाहिए. और अगर आप ये करने में कामयाब हैं तो आप कामयाब हैं. हो सकता है वक्ती नाकामी आपको किसी वक्त हासिल हो, और आप जिस जगह कोशिश कर रहे हैं तो हो सकता है कि आपको वहां कामयाबी ना मिल रही हो. तो इसकी वजह यह भी हो सकती है कि आपके रब ने, द ऑलमाइटी हैज चोजन अ डिफरेंट पाथ फॉर यू. और आप किसी और रास्ते में जा रहे हैं और उधर कामयाबी नहीं मिल रही है, तो रेस्ट एश्योर आपका रास्ता बदलेगा ज़रूर और आपके लिए रास्ता निकल आएगा। कोई जैसे बहता हुआ पानी होता है कि खुद राह बना लेगा, बहता हुआ पानी है, अगर उसके रास्ते में ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन आती है तो वो अपने रास्ते बदल लेता है, लेकिन उसका सफ़र जारी रहता है, आप उसको रोक नहीं सकते। तो बी अ रनिंग वाटर, डोंट बी स्टैग्नेंट, क्योंकि पानी अगर ठहर जाता है तो ख़राब हो जाता है। ठहरना नहीं है, आपको आगे बढ़ते रहना है, एफर्ट करते रहना है, जो कि इंसान होने की दलील है, हमारे होने की, इंसान होने की दलील है, और हमको ये एफर्ट जारी रखना चाहिए। अगर हम ठहर गए किसी भी मामले में, अपनी सोच में अगर हम कहीं ठहर गए, अगर हमने कहीं प्रेजुडिसेस अपने मन में बना ली, अगर हमने कोई एक ऐसा नज़रिया बना लिया जो शायद सोसाइटी के लिए या किसी और के लिए बेहतर ना हो, तो ये स्टैग्नेशन जो है वो उसके रिपरकशंस बहुत दूर तक जाते हैं। आप सारे जितने एस्पिरेंट्स हैं, कल आने वाले दिनों में शायद अक्रॉस द टेबल कहीं पर आप मौजूद होंगे, तो उस वक्त ये याद रखिएगा कि आपका सेल्फ जो है वो एक अलग चीज़ है, आपके सेल्फ बिलीव्स जो हैं वो अलग चीज़ हैं, और आपसे जो एक्सपेक्टेशन की जाती है वो इतनी की जाती है कि आप अपने सेल्फ से अलग हट करके लोगों को वो प्रोवाइड कराएं जो कि लॉ की डिमांड है, जो कि ह्यूमैनिटेरियन डिमांड है। तो एक अच्छे इंसान रहिए, कोशिश करते रहिए, और आप ये जान के रखिए कि कामयाबी आपको मिलेगी। मैं आज एक बहुत दिनों से शायद आई एम रियली ब्लेस्ड टू बी हियर, बिकॉज मैं काफ़ी दिनों से एक शेर को समझने की कोशिश कर रहा था। शकील बदायूनी का एक बड़ा शेर है कि मेरा अज़्म इतना बुलंद है मुझे कि पराए शोलों का डर नहीं, मेरा अज़्म इतना बुलंद है कि पराए शोलों का डर नहीं, मुझे खौफ आतिशे गुल से है, ये कहीं चमन को जला न दे। यानी जो हमारे अंदर, जो बाहर से आने वाले चैलेंजेस हैं वो इतने इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं हैं जितना हमारे विद इन का जो फ्लेम है, जो हमारी निगेटिविटी है, कहीं ये हमारी सोसाइटी के लिए ख़राब ना हो जाए। ये बात बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है। अगर हम अपनी निगेटिविटी को कंट्रोल कर लेते हैं तो हम बाहर के जितने भी चैलेंजेस हैं वो उनको बेहतर तरीके से कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं। अगर हमारा सेल्फ पॉजिटिव है तो आप देखिएगा कि हमारे अंदर की जो एनर्जी है, जो ओरिएंटेशन है, वो हमेशा कामयाबी के रास्ते पर लेके आपको जाएगा। इंसान की ज़िंदगी की जो कामयाबी है वो उसके नज़रिए हयात में है। ज़िंदगी को आप किस एंगल से देखते हैं और किस तरह से देखते हैं, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात है। कोई ज़िंदगी ऐसी नहीं है जिसके अंदर मुश्किल ना आती हो। अगर मुश्किल नहीं आएगी तो ये बड़ी मोनोटोनस सी लाइफ है, फिर उसके अंदर आपको शायद सुख का एहसास भी ना हो, क्योंकि जब लगातार ये सुख आ रहे हों, दुख हो ही ना, तो लोगों को सुख और दुख के बीच का वो जो रिलेटिव कंपैरिजन है वो करने का मौका नहीं मिलता। तो जिंदगी में दुख तो आते हैं, ये ओरिएंटेशन होता है, ये डिसाइड करता है कि आप चीज़ों को किस पर्सपेक्टिव में लेते हैं। बहुत बार आप लोगों को यहाँ पे किसी ने बताया भी होगा कि जब हम अपने ग्लासेस, मान लो एक हाफ ग्लास रखा हुआ है टेबल के ऊपर पानी का, तो हम उसके बारे में ये फैसला कर सकते हैं, ये हमारा नज़रिया है कि वेदर दैट ग्लास इज हाफ फिल्ड और हाफ एम्प्टी। ये बहुत अच्छा एग्जाम्पल है नज़रिया ज़िंदगी का बताने के लिए कि आप ज़िंदगी को किस तरीके से लेते हैं। जब चैलेंजेस आते हैं, अगर आप पॉजिटिव होते हैं तो फिर आप हर एक चैलेंज को कंप्लीट कर सकते हैं, उस पर कामयाब हो सकते हैं, उस पर फतेह पा सकते हैं। लेकिन अगर आप निगेटिव हो गए किसी भी लाइफ के बारे में तो फिर तो बहुत मुश्किल बात है। ये मुश्किल जो है वो आपकी विदिन से है, वही है आतिशे गुल जो आपको इसी के अंदर जला देगी। मुझे खौफ आतिशे गुल से है, ये कहीं चमन को जला न दे। जो अंदर से ये आतिश है, जो हमारी निगेटिविटी है, अगर हमने इसको परवान चढ़ा दिया, अगर हमने इसको आगे बढ़ा दिया, तो ये वो मुश्किल क्रिएट करेगी जिसका हल आपको कहीं से नहीं मिल सकता। तो पराये शोले तो बाहर से हैं, जो चैलेंजेस आते हैं आप उससे हमेशा मुकाबला कर सकते हैं, बट जो चैलेंज विद इन होता है, अगर आप उस चैलेंज पे कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाते, then it would be very difficult to survive in the life. So therefore, have a positive perspective about life. Think positively. Whatever challenges you are getting, you must think positive. लोगों ने जैसे आप कभी भी किसी भी चीज़ को देखिए, उसके अंदर मुझे लगता है कि कोई भी पॉजिटिव चीज़ आपको नजर आ जाएगी, सिर्फ सोच की बात है। मैं डॉक्टर साहब से ये अपील भी करना चाहता हूँ कि देयर शुड बी सम वर्कशॉप ऑन इट, हाउ टू क्रिएट अ पॉजिटिव ओरिएंटेशन टुवर्ड्स लाइफ। एंड आप इसकी वर्कशॉप्स कराइए और देखिए और इसको डेवलप कराइए इन बच्चों में, सभी में, कि ये पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग के ऊपर आ जाए, पॉजिटिव थिंकर्स हो जाएं। जिस दिन ये पॉजिटिव थिंकर्स हो जाएंगे, आपको बहुत ज़्यादा मेहनत करने की ज़रूरत नहीं रहेगी। यू विल बी सक्सेसफुल, यू विल बी ultimately successful. I know about that. You are producing such a gems here. But the real thing is that how you are going to make them a human being who is going to successfully face the challenges in the life. तो ये ओरिएंटेशन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात है। अगर जिस दिन ये ओरिएंटेशन पैदा हो गया, जैसे कोई एक दिन एक लेडी थी, तो उसने कहा कि भाई वो हर बार में हर चीज़ के बारे में पॉजिटिव ही बोलती थी। तो उसने लोगों ने कहा नहीं, आज इसको ना बुलवाएंगे, इससे गलत बुलवा के रहेंगे, एक बार देखा जाए, जो सबसे विकेट काइंड ऑफ पर्सन हो उसके बारे में कुछ और बात की जाए, तो देखते हैं कि क्या कहती है। तो लोग गए, कहने के कि देखो माँ जी, तुसी तो बड़ी चंगी चंगी गल्लां करदे, ਤੇ ਇਹ ਦੱਸੋ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹ ਡੈਮਨ ਹੈਗਾ, ਜਿਹੜਾ शैतान हैगा ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ, ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੀ ਵਿचार है। तो पहले थोड़ी देर सोचती रही, कहते हो बेटा ठीक तो है तुम्हारी बात, लेकिन ये है कि धुन का पक्का है, जिस बात के पीछे लग जाता है बस उसके पीछे लग जाता है। अब देखो, she has drawn a positive thing from him also, who is being cursed by everybody in the universe, the demon, and everybody is saying bad about him, but what she says कि देखो धुन का पक्का है, जिस काम के पीछे लग जाता है उसको पूरा करता है। This is the kind of orientation you must have, because every picture has two sides. Which side you are seeing, which side you are observing, that makes the important thing. एक तो वो थोड़ा दूर घर पे एक नलका लगा हुआ था, तो उससे पानी भर के बाल्टी से लेके आते थे। मुश्किल जिंदगी गुजार रहे, तुम घर यहाँ पे है, तो इतनी दूर से रोज आना, पानी भर के लाना और घर के लिए इस्तेमाल करना, और तुम कर रहे हो, तो दुख तो जिंदगी में आएंगे, परेशानियां आएंगी। आप उसको कैसे डील करते हैं, ये आपको दूसरों से, भीड़ से अलग कर देगी। और जो लोग भीड़ से अलग हो जाएंगे, वो पहली सफ में खड़े रहेंगे। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Was there in BSF in Amritsar. Sir came as chief guest to our school, and sir shared his valuable things and developed my positive attitude in life. And for that, till date, I am thankful to sir. And here I would like to share some words as sir has told us about. अब हिंदी में बात करना बेहतर है, क्योंकि सर ने माहौल बना दिया। तो मैं थोड़ी बातें शेयर करना चाहूँगा कि जैसे सर ने हमको बोला है कि हमारा पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड रहना चाहिए ज़िंदगी की तरफ, और हम ऑनेस्ट रहना चाहिए। और ये भी सर मेरे को बात बहुत अच्छी लगी सर की, कि जो सर ने मेंशन किया है कि जो एस्पिरेंट्स हैं, कश्तियाँ सबके किनारे पे पहुंच जाती हैं, ना खुदा जिनका नहीं उनका खुदा होता है। कि अगर आप हार्ड वर्क करते रहोगे, एक लाइन में नहीं, अल्टीमेटली दूसरी लाइन में गॉड विल गिव यू द सक्सेस। सो एंडिंग दिस, आई वुड लाइक टू इनवाइट माय फ्रेंड पल्लवी फॉर अ स्पेशल गजल दैट हैव प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर आवर चीफ गेस्ट।
शाख भर न जाए कहीं, नियते शाख भर न जाए कहीं, तू भी दिल से उतर न जाए कहीं, नियते शाख भर न जाए कहीं। उतर न जाए कहीं, तू भी दिल से उतर न जाए कहीं, नियते शौक भर न जाए कहीं। आज देखा है तुमको देर के बाद, आज देखा है तुमको देर के बाद, आज का दिन गुजर न जाए कहीं, आज का दिन गुजर न जाए कहीं, तो भी दिल से उतर न जाए कहीं, नियते शौक भर न जाए कहीं।
Thank you for such a good performance.
Good afternoon, everybody. The first bedrock of knowledge is firstly laid by the teachers, and therefore I have written this poem dedicated to all of my teachers. It is called The Chalk and Talk. The power of trust lays as open as a book, for when explored, it might leave one shook. As to how much outbringing it carries, but how little effort it took, rumor has it that the best lies in a teacher's when looked. To paint the mind of someone and then let them be. To be the lock that carries knowledge and be the students be its key. To let the students relish the fruit and be its carrying tree. Knowledge truly begins with the teacher, don't you all agree? From molding laid-back behavior to appreciating when it's the need. From being a personification yourself and then planting its seed. From sharing your life's details or telling us how to proceed. You will be the first people we all run to whenever we are destined to succeed. So to the best of teachers that I have been acquainted with so far, to find role models as you is as lucky as a shooting star. At times we might act infuriating or act bizarre, but no one is as thankful as us for the wonderful exemplars you are. Please give them a huge round of applause. All our teachers.
And now I would like to invite Gursimar ma'am for sharing a poem with us. बस तालियां डबल होनी चाहिए क्योंकि मैडम के एफर्ट्स भी हमारे लिए डबल हैं। वो ऑलरेडी पढ़ भी रहे हैं, सर्विसेज में भी आने वाले हैं, एंड शी इज सच अ मल्टी टैलेंटेड गर्ल। तो हमको एक बार फिर उनके लिए तालियां मारनी चाहिए।
Thank you so much. Sir, last day I was trying कि कौन सी poem मैं बोलूँ, and as you are also fond of literature, I am also fond of literature. In UPSC, my option is Punjabi literature, language of Punjabi literature, and I like Faiz Ahmed Faiz शायरी a lot, and उनकी कविता जो है वो इश्क और इनकलाब की ज़मीन पर पैदा हुई है, and I was trying to find his poem or you can say ghazal, but I could not find one क्योंकि मुझे एक थोड़ा सा एटमॉस्फेयर के साथ भी मैच करना था, so I found another poem to recite. So it here goes. बेचैन रातें, भारी भारी दिल, जगी आंखें, हर एक में पागलपन, ये नन्हे सपने बोझ से लदे दिमागों में पनपने की हिम्मत कर ही लेते हैं। ये नन्हे सपने बोझ से लदे दिमागों में पनपने की हिम्मत कर ही लेते हैं। धूप का टुकड़ा अंधेरे सोए कमरों में उम्मीद जगाकर लौट जाता है। धूप का टुकड़ा अंधेरे सोए कमरों में उम्मीद जगाकर लौट जाता है। हम थके नहीं हैं, हम रुके नहीं हैं, हम बेजान नहीं हुए अभी तक, क्योंकि हर एक में पागलपन है। दुर्गम बनो और ऊंचे पर्वतों को जीतते हुए, जब तुम अंतिम ऊंचाई को भी जीत लोगे, जब तुम्हें लगे कि
It's my privilege today to come to this event. I first of all thank the director, Mr. Garg, Nimrat Sangha, and all the other faculty members of giving me the opportunity to talk to the toppers and aspirants. It is a coincidence. Yesterday I was thinking that I want to be part of a trust where we can honor civil servants or police officers from other vocations who have done excellent service during their term of office. And I was talking to an architect who retired from Mandi board, and after a few hours I got a call from Nimrat Sangha. So I said this is the best opportunity to go and share my experience with you. Actually my journey began, as she told, about 51 years ago. Little less than 2 months we were at a training institution in Neemuch. Immediately going from the college, it was totally unknown territory for all of us. We were 61 officers who joined as 12th DAGOs, directly appointed gazetted officers. And we gelled there for about 9 months, and some of us, we couldn't even meet. And 9 or 10 of our officers, they sacrificed their life in the service of the nation. And 36 or 37 of us, we retired after putting in from 35 to 39 years of service. In fact, I was the last one to retire from service after almost 40 years. 39 years, 4 months and 20 days to be precise. I retired on 31st of January 2012. And in my second innings, I was leading a retired life. All of a sudden, I got a phone call from Canada. One of my colleagues, he had mentioned to the proprietor of a Harvest Tennis Academy and Harvest International School, okay, Mr. Gill, you would like to join us. I had seen that because I come from Moga village, so I had seen that beautiful institution. So I paid a visit, and I was there for 2.5 years. Nimrat Sangha was there, our student, very brilliant student, and I had a wonderful time there. So while going through the ups and downs of the career, and then 2.5 years with the students and teachers, so what I would like to share with you is, there are 2 words you also must be hearing daily, how many times? Success and happiness. Am I right? So while I was at Harvest International School, I just jotted down some points, and career and life both are covered in that. It is not in any chronological order, but I will just share you, though it is a proper presentation, but since there is no time, I will just read out. So that may be of some help for you. Because after retiring, I have also been dealing with the civil servants. Deputy commissioners, additional deputy commissioners, tahsildars, SDOs, even the judiciary, lower judiciary, sub-judge, district judge, even the high court judge. We have got a land case. So that was the background. So first is, it is success and happiness in life. So what does it involve? So long ago I had read a book. I don't know, many of you might have heard. You heard about Robert Schuller? Tough times don't last, but tough people do. So long back when I was going on a UN mission, so you know there is a book fair every year in the month of February or March. So in year 2000, before we left for Kosovo, Yugoslavia, so I attended that book fair. There were thousands and thousands of books, but I selected only one self-help book, this one. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. I didn't read that, flipped through some pages, but I kept it in my bag, took it to Kosovo. And there something happened, and then I started reading that. That book was of great help. You can read that book, or some of you may be already knowing about that. Cathedral in California. Our late President APJ Abdul Kalam Azad, he had mentioned somewhere, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So these are very important words. So coming to other aspects, so aim in life. 5 of you have already achieved success. You will be starting your journey, maybe 1 month, 2 months, I don't know when you will be joining. So it's a great moment. But you have to decide, you have to draw a line. Okay, thus far and no further. So which category you want to join? You want to join the also rans, run of the mill, or different? That you have to decide. Everything is open to you, and no two individuals are alike. Even twins are not alike. So be a original version of yourself. You must have a role model. You can learn so many things. You all must have heard the name of a very outstanding ICS officer, Mr. M.S. Randhawa. I have got great admiration for him. He joined ICS in 1938 or something, and then did a commendable job in the rehabilitation. He was in Delhi, then Chandigarh Chief Commissioner. He was Vice Chancellor of PAU. And I have read his autobiography, Aap Beeti. It is in Punjabi. Beautiful. And he did so many things. He was a lover of art. This Sector 10 museum, Rock Garden, Rose Garden. So there is no limit to your own potential. It's how you utilize that potential. You must have pride in your roots from whichever background you come. So you must take pride. Some people say, oh, मैं तो एक गरीब परिवार में पैदा हुआ था, मेरे father तो मेरे लिए तो ऐसा नहीं. They did their pursuit of career. As I told you, you have to draw a line. Everything is open to you. I can give you a small detail ke how senior officers, they can be good mentors. From 1973 to 1979, he was DIG Hyderabad, 30 head club board. So I am telling ke I went to a medical college. Some of you may be surprised. I am a 33% doctor. I have done BSc in human anatomy, physiology and biochemistry. My batchmates, they retired as a principal of a medical college, Joint Director Health Services. But since no one asked us, so I'm coming to that Mr. Ribero's interaction. So 1976, there was an officer, Manipuri officer. He knew about the civil services, and he came to our unit. He was 1 year junior to me. He said, I am applying for civil services. I said, what are the rules, regulations? He said, there are number of subjects, you can opt anyone. I said, I was in a medical college, these subjects are not there. He said, so what? You opt for British history, you opt for European history, Indian history, anything. I said, any subject which I have not studied in graduation, yes. So in 75, I appeared for that. Of course, I got good marks in compulsory, but once you join a service, there's hardly any time. But Mr. Ribero, when he came for the inspection, our CO told, my 2 young officers, they are appearing for civil service. So at 10:30 night, we got a call from him, okay, I will take their test, you tell them. He came next day, we were in IIT Guindy in Madras, Chennai. So we were under canvas, staying in tents. He came, he told the steno, you write, you check the card and all, I will take that test. He interacted with us for almost 1 hour. 2 questions I still remember. One is Mindanao. Anyone can tell? Where is Mindanao? Mindanao Islands. It's in Philippines. That time there was a insurgency problem going on. Another question he asked was about some personality, Kilmanshu. I think he was the French president or prime minister during, I think, maybe First World War. So I didn't know these 2 questions, I didn't know the answer. We answered many questions. So I have met so many officers after that, DIG and IGs, DGs, commandants. But such interest in the welfare of the officer. And he met us so many years. He used to remember the names of the children of the officers. After meeting after about 10 years, Mr. Babu Rao, he was a kabaddi player. How's your son? Who was very naughty when he was in Hyderabad, carry work home. So in the meantime, the signal came. If he wants to attend the funeral, then they can postpone it for a day or two. So we went 11:30, 4-5 officers with the lady wives. He was still working on the files. We pressed the bell, and his wife, Mrs. Kamil, was totally shattered. But he was very calm. He took it. We sat there for 2.5 hours, and he said, "Now you go. You tell them that I will attend the funeral and go to Sri Lanka." So he said, "I will leave at 6:15." We all went. 2:30 we departed, and 6 o'clock we were there, all the officers. After hearing this news about his only son's death, he briefed the second in command, Mr. Molak Singh Sidhu, for almost 10-15 minutes, because group center was coming up. The layout plan was to be approved. He told, he might have disposed of some files, I don't know. So that person, he was my boss. He retired as a DIG, outstanding sportsman. And there are officers, we remember them, those who groomed us. And there was another CO who used to come for night halt. You will have dinner. It was only 17 kilometers in Nagaland. If anyone has visited Zubza, Kohima, Pafima from Dimapur, when you go, if you will be jittery, shouting on everyone, no, they will not feel confident. There are ways and means. You can encourage them sitting there, offer them tea, biscuits. You may be working at 11 o'clock. A person is not tired with the work, but there should be a congenial atmosphere to work. People go beyond their capacity. And though there is not time, I would like to tell you that while we were in Kosovo, we were very successful. There was a tradition there of a death march. Have anyone heard about death march? That death march is conducted by the Danish contingent, Denmark. In 1972, I think they had gone to Cyprus. They were left in a jungle and they had to traverse a distance of maybe 30-40 kilometers in the jungle, and then they started this death march, distance of 100 kilometers, and to be completed in 24 hours. It started at midnight. So during our tenure, we won all the 4 marches. 225 kilometers with 10 kg weight and a personal rifle with uniform, and 200. 100 was in an easy dress. So our boys, they thought okay, it's a endurance test. They take it lightly, but our boys, they wanted okay, no, we want to beat the record. And one boy was about to die. He completed 82 kilometers in 8.5 hours, and then he had some trouble with his heartbeat. But he was saying कि सर मेरे मेडल का क्या होगा, मेरे डिप्लोमा का क्या होगा. I said तेरी जान बच गई है. तो but he won. That was in July. Then I again told him that you participate in the November. So we won all the 4 marches. It depends on you. Teamwork. You have to make a team. You will not have all the outstanding subordinates under you. You have to make best use of the talent, and you have to groom them, because they will all be of different standards, and that is everywhere. In a family also, you see brothers, sisters, everyone is not the same, does not have the same talent, but you can't discriminate in front of others. Oh, you are useless. You have to make use of that talent. And I made a resolve. I have not brought that. When I went to Meerut, there was a 108 battalion. I said, bring the sports performance. There are 13 games, football, volleyball, everything. And they were 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. I said, we as a team, we will resolve, okay, within 1 year, we will reach top in at least 4-5 games. And we took a pledge, resolve. We, the officers of 108 battalion, on this day, 4th September 1997, do hereby resolve to ourselves that we will take 108 to dizzy heights, achieving highest pedestals of glory. To motivate. That, of course, that was symbolic, but that created a scene. Within 1 year, we won 6. We won the athletic championship, and I was so passionate. I said, we will make a trophy. We may not win it. We may be second, but the dream should be there. always dream big. So we made a trophy, and I took that trophy. We went to Rampur, and we won with a margin of 50 points from the second place team. And then I requested the chief guest, sir, please offer this trophy also. So there are certain things Jawans can appreciate. They can relate to it. They may not know what the inspecting officer IG has written in the inspection note, but they can, yes, our team is first. Our team has won the athletic championship or the football. So there are few things which are symbolic. So I wish all the toppers the very best in their career, and also wish good luck to all the aspirants who will be appearing for the examination. Everything is possible. All of you have the talent. Only thing is that you have to use your potential to the head. Thank you so much. Any guess? How old?
80, 90, 70, 40 years.
One letter is of 25th October 1889. Nehru's birthday, 14 November. It is even before that, 25th October. This was written by a British officer to my great-great-grandfather for his excellent service. And this is 4th May 1896. And these letters have survived partition. We came in one bullock cart, leaving behind everything. But I found out these letters and then started research on these. So these letters, so everyone must take pride in the family history. How many of you whose families came from other side of the border? Anyone? साडा भी उधर पिंड आ, सानू 2-4 फोटो भेज दो. I gave my grandfather's name, and so he was so sincere. He sent a person with a camera on a motorcycle, and our house is still there, which we left in 47. Chuck 301 remembered. My name will come Jasbir Gill. It is available on the YouTube. And this was, I was connected to my village in 2000. And this video was made on 23rd of September 2000. Because that person was not trained, so he forgot to put on the timer, but it comes later on. So that was our village, Chuck 301, Chung branch, JB, the seal to bucket. Thank you.
If anybody is comfortable in Punjabi, if everyone is, may I shift? Okay. So, sir, कल मैं बैठ के सोच रही थी that I will introduce you, and I called up Man sir. I said मैं क्यों introduce करा sir? With the memories I had, this is just a token of my personal respect for you, and I'm sure everybody over here. So I thought of so many words. I thought ambitious, courageous, personality, but no word could fit your personality as a whole. So sir, I hope you feel the respect and it gets to you, because I keep telling ma'am every day, sir, in the morning we come and we read the newspaper. So every day I come and tell them that ma'am asked me one day, okay, you're very good in reading the newspaper, it takes you 25 minutes. So I said, it's MD sir si. Then he put me in the habit. So sir, you have taught me things that no teacher could, sir, and not even my parents. So from the bottom of my heart, sir, I respect you. Astonishing bolt of emotions it brings to me. I see my grandfather laughing as he ran after me. I hear my grandmother praying for the well-being of her family. How many memories this word alone could bring. From the early winter mornings and the hot afternoons of spring, to the warm-hearted songs that my mother would sing, or the weenie fights for who would sit first on the swing. The years have passed, but the memories remain afresh. I'm instinctively reminded of this place when someone asks my address. Since the emotions buried here never fail to rise, I go into the past, where the beautiful memories of my family will forever last. Quite opposite to the world today that moves so fast, it's confounding how this word makes my emotions flow past. I hope I deliver some of the tenderness it holds, how many people it heightens and beautifully molds. Since the warmth felt here could beat the extremes of cold, and how the depths of emotion it helps a person unfold.
Continue with the question answer round, and sir would act as the moderator, JSK sir, and students, you are open for the questions. Any queries you have?
Place that we do prepare with all of our strength, right? And it is only that when we prepare, after a certain period of time, everybody faces a breakdown. So the initial is very strong and everybody is motivated, but soon it starts to winter off. So sir, what would your suggestion be for the same?
come phases. Maybe something has happened in the family or something, you have overexerted yourself. So you have to be consistent and don't take it too seriously. So what if I don't make it this time? So you have to be throughout constantly in touch with your studies. Maybe you take a break. In the Western countries, they otherwise take a break from the school, college, and then after they complete it after 2 years. So we should not put too much pressure on ourselves. Okay, I have to do it. Oh, my friend has done it in one chance, or other person has done it, so I also have to do it. And then maybe you should have a system of having meditation or whatever religion or faith you have. So you be at peace with yourself. And I think you will never face this problem. And you can't remember everything. So you put in your efforts, whatever is your level, and then go with an open mind. Pray to the Almighty. Yes, everything will help. At least that was the principle which I adopted.
Few questions from our toppers. As you were saying earlier, you want to converse with them. So if you want to ask them
This
anything.
was ideally the interaction with the toppers and only your interaction first.
I just want to know how many of you are joining. At the end of your career, how you would like to be, Gursimran, your name?
Yes, sir.
How you would like to be remembered?
So I would like to be, in childhood I used to dream that I want to make a difference and I want to, make a place for myself in my, in the history. So at the end of my career, I would like to be remembered as a woman who stood for her dreams, who took her chances and always fought for her dreams and never gave up. And this is the only phrase that I want to be added to my name at the end of my career. A woman who never gave up.
Come but may.
Yes, sir.
What you learn from Abraham Lincoln? Tell me. From the life of Abraham Lincoln.
It's about the notion that he gave democracy of the people, by the people, for the people. He believed, he had his stern belief in it. When we talk of the American War of Independence and those colonies were there, abolition of slavery.
What
and
else? What else?
He himself was.
As I have mentioned about success,
Yes.
there is something related to him, something opposite to that. You know what is that? Failure. Search on Google. How many? I think he failed 40. I have some paper with me.
Yes.
So failure, it's not a person. Failure is an event.
Yes, sir.
As Einstein said, there are so many ways I tried, I couldn't succeed, and I'll try another time.
Yes, sir. And so,
So-
I believe that failure is never an end.
Yes.
One should introspect after it, look for the weaknesses, and then try to improve upon them. And then it eventually falls into place.
And there's another book, because he's my favorite author, there's another book, Success is Never Ending, Failure is Never Final. And his son has also written a book, World's Greatest Comebacks, where the criminals got reformed. And Milton Hershey? Must be that Milton Hershey, that chocolate brand or something like that. The Hershey brand. So this is a story of Hershey. He was a street kid. No one used to allow him the candy to be put on the roadside. And then he earned so much money, and then he had so many cars. And then there's a Milton Hershey town in America. Search on Google. Hershey. Milton Hershey. So you may be in any situation, you can make a comeback from there. And in world's greatest comebacks, he has narrated this Robert Schuller's daughter, her leg was amputated, but still she became a skiing champion. What was Pratap Singh Karam's contribution? Because he is my favorite singer.
So I haven't read much about Pratap Singh Karam, sir, but I should.
When was he chief minister?
So he was chief minister before the partition of Punjab, the second partition, sir, in 1966. He was before that. He was the chief minister of the
Combined Punjab.
combined Punjab, including Haryana.
First he was a rehabilitation minister, he was holding other portfolio. From 1956 to 1964, he was the chief minister. And he did a wonderful job. This consolidation of land holding that was done during his time. These industrial training centers, EPS Napa, Chandigarh, Agra Dam. So he did a marvelous job.
Read about
Thank you. Which is Indian history, European. Huh? What you learn from history?
It repeats itself. So we have
You
to
don't
learn.
drive your lessons.
Yeah.
Why we use term Jayachand? He is the Jayachand. Why we use that term? Who was Jayachand?
I'm afraid, sir, I'm not able to recall, but I have
What happened in 1191 and 1192?
Battle of Sarai.
So, is he related to that? Had any connection with Prithviraj Chauhan? Inspired by your story. Congratulations. तो आपके क्या क्या इंटरेस्ट? Another thing which I couldn't tell, you must develop a hobby because as is you will be busy. Some game, not many. So he came to the circuit house at 11 o'clock and first test was going on between India and West Indies under Clive Wright's team. So he said, what is the score? What is the score? So there was another officer who was a university player. He knew. So after the DIG went after 5-6 days, I felt the DIG has asked me the question, I couldn't reply. So coming from village background, there was no cricket. So I said, you draw a photo of the parade ground. First slip, second slip, silly mid on. And from that day onwards, 74, I have not missed any commentary. Spent hundreds of rupees on Sports Star, Sports Week, Sports, and autobiography of Vaskar's Butcher, Idols, One Day Wonders, and all those books. So you develop some passion because when there will be tension in service, so that you can revert to that game. Even when you are SDM, DC, play some game, badminton, anything, or encourage sports. Even if you don't play yourself, go there and supervise. And go beyond your call of duty. Go visit villages. Have you seen Punjab Gusters? Anyone? Lalpur. Lalpur became district in 1904. It was known as a Chenab colony because in 1892 the migration started. The British, they allotted land to the outstanding soldiers and also allotted land to those who were big landlords and they gave it to them. Safed Post. There is a book by Imran Ali, Dr. Imran Ali, a Pakistani scholar. The book's name is Punjab Under Imperialism from 1885 to 1947. It gives all the details how the lands were. There were camel grants, Kodyani grants, 25 किले allot कीते सी कि इन्ने घोड़े सरकार ने दिए और the cavalry. So you must have that reading habit. As Nimrat was telling, I was surprised when I asked the teachers. I said, on every Saturday you have a quiz. So do you yourself know the answers? They felt very bad. No sir, time ही नहीं है. I said, time सबके पास ही. आइंस्टाइन के पास भी 24 घंटे थे, जो उतना ही टाइम होता सबके पास. उसी टाइम से निकालना पड़ता. जब आपका इंटरेस्ट होता तो आप कहीं से भी टाइम निकाल लेते हैं. जो आपका इंटरेस्ट, लेकिन पेपर पढ़ने के लिए टाइम नहीं. I asked them questions about the school diary. I said, so many things are written in the school diary. You tell me what is written. What is the fine policy? Sir, ये तो हमने याद नहीं किया, मैं याद करो. Then I took their test from the school diary. They felt bad. One teacher gave a blank paper. Unfortunately, he had to go. He said, sir, इससे physics, मैं तो physics teacher हूँ. उससे क्या फर्क पड़ेगा? मैं क्या?
This test is a holistical test. Okay, so interview, there is no separate stage that you have to start preparing for interview. The moment you jump into this preparation, your preparation for interview has already started. You have to develop the qualities that are required in an officer. So all those qualities, you will read about it. The only problematic part is inculcating that in your personality. So while you are reading it, try to put it in your behavior. Try to develop the sense of confidence that is required. Be confident about yourself, and for interview part, the confidence you have, the capabilities you build, the whole thing that you have read, if you have inculcated that in your personality, that is more than enough. You don't have to mug up some things for the interview that, okay, this is, why do you, like interview, there's a general question, why do you want to be a civil servant? That is a question that one should probably know the answer before, jumping into this preparation. So mugging that up is not required for interview. So it is not like a specific preparation, just inculcate that in your personality and you're good to go.
Thank you, sir.
I would like to expand on your answer that we consider कि पहले we have to prepare for prelims and mains and then for interview. It is not so. I tell everyone that your preparation begins by preparing for interview, because it is ultimately the personality which is going to be tested. Mains can be, you can qualify mains and prelims by practicing n number of times till your last attempts. But for interview, you have to be very specifically clear that you work on your weaknesses. You have to identify your strengths and weaknesses. You can anyway, strengthen your strengths, but you have to improve on your weaknesses also. For example, sometimes we hesitate in our classrooms to ask questions, and also sometimes we hesitate to answer those questions. So we have to break off from that. We have to come out of the fear of expressing ourselves. Once we are, we are through that, then we should cultivate some other, things. For example, you should know yourself first. You should know each and every single thing about you, your schooling, your, college, and the degree, and also, as sir was telling, that you need to develop hobbies, because it is very important that when you sit for the interview, it is not that you have only academic knowledge. Other than that, you have a different interest areas in which you are interested, so that you have something to present them out of the box also. Other thing that I would like to add here is, even if you go into the interview, you don't know all the answers and you humbly accept that, sir, sorry sir, I don't know the answer, that is okay. But you have to say it with the confidence, right? They're checking your confidence, because ultimately when you will be the administrator, it is not a possibility that you will know 100% things. There will always be going to be few things which you must not be knowing. So you have to accept it, humbly accept in front of the board that, sorry sir, I don't know, but the moment I'll go back home, I'll definitely go and check it, right?
Thank you, ma'am.
I want to add one thing.
Yes.
Sometimes favorite topic, so they can ask you to speak on that. So you should have a number of topics on which you should be ready to say, speak extempore.
So they asked me about Punjab history and about the Land Alienation Act.
Land
Alienation Act in Punjab, Punjab Colonies Act in 1906. So
And what was the duration of that? 15 minutes?
20 minutes.
And how many members were
There were 10 of them.
10?
Yes.
And everyone asked questions? Or
Only 7 of them.
from the subjects and general?
From the subjects, because I have BTech in Information Technology. One particular member asked from that one, and then I'm currently pursuing PhD in history. So 2 or 3 members, they were more focused on that.
What is the role of newspaper and how we extract important things from newspaper?
Sorry, can you please repeat?
Role of newspaper and how we extract important things from newspaper.
So role of newspaper, you can say it is very important, because you cannot go to your office, I think personally, without reading the day's newspaper, because it is very important. You should know what is happening in your nation, in your parent respective state, and otherwise in general, society also. So the role is, you can say, very, very important. And how to extract important things, when I talk about from the exam pattern of view, you should be very thorough with the syllabus. The moment you will, remind yourself about the syllabus and pattern, you will try कि हम सिर्फ syllabus specific news ही पढ़ें. उसके बाद whatever comes in, you can cut on that. So this way you can extract important things. Anything else you would like to add?
For example, currently there is Glasgow Summit that is going on. There are a number of articles on a daily basis that come in number of newsletters. So you have to read the editorials on a daily basis and extract the important points and jot it down. Because at the end of the day, you are about to write only 300 words answer. So in the introduction, body and conclusion part, it varies depending on the subject, depending on the paper in which that particular question is asked. For example, if that particular question is asked in GS2 paper, then you have to write the legal perspective about it. But if that particular question is asked in GS3 paper, then you are about to write the data, right, in the introduction or in the conclusion part. So that is the main thing about it.
Because today we see that there is information bombardment from all the sides for the aspirants. There are various compilations related to the current affairs that are available at different platforms. So the aspirants, they tend to develop a habit of skipping the newspaper reading and going through the monthly compilations once they come into the domain. That I would say that is a shortcut, and shortcuts can be a bit risky. Because if you read the newspaper, it will help in all the 3 stages of the preparation. When you read the articles, viewpoints, you develop a perspective. And that perspective building is very important when you are attempting any question in mains or otherwise for you to know about how the things are going around. So newspaper habit, it should be like you should be religiously reading it on a daily basis.
My question is regarding the mains answer writing. Actually, I face a lot of problem while writing an answer because there are many things in my mind going on regarding that question, but I don't know how to compile that question, how to compile that answer in that word limit.
To compile it in a word limit, you need to develop some, which people do, some scientific qualities. Some science students and those who are in engineering are well equipped with these things. Like write down points, write short points, do not expand them. Because the thing that they are looking for in your answer is that how much knowledge you have. Rather than expanding on one point is like teaching them. We don't want to teach them. We don't want to let them know each and everything. They know, they already know. You just want to highlight the thing that is present in the point. Just highlight the thing and then also develop your vocab so that you can present the answer in a short format. And then noting down the points. First there is an intro. Intro is basically in intro you have to present your whole answer. What are you going to write in your complete answer? That is presented in the intro. And then write down in points format. At least start.
Okay.
At least start by writing in point format. Slowly you will develop the qualities.
Okay.
So it's going to take some time, but gradually it will come.
Thank you. You know, the best way to topic. For example, as Gurpreet mentioned Glasgow Summit, right? You should know the factual points that have happened there, at the same time the analysis of that points.
Okay.
And that is more than enough.
Okay.
Because question will be asked on these dimensions only. So you also have to anticipate things on your own, that what question might be asked from this topic.
How important is it to mention those terms in answer writing? And how to remember those facts also? Like answer writing को कैसे mention करना important है?
कुछ ना मतलब you have to for all 4 paper GS 1, 2, 3, 4. In culmination it comes out to be कि आपको 40 to 45 facts याद करने होते हैं. It's no big deal. Important facts, right? What is the latest IPCC's report says? Then when you will see it in every newspaper, every article, it will mention. First of all, it will get into your mind, and then you have to revise them again and again. You have to divide it into the important sections. For example, you start by answer writing. For answer writing, there are different domains: politics, environment, science and technology, and so on. And then you write the facts in those bullet points, right? And then you remember them over and over again. And you have to write those facts in all the model answers or all the main answer test practices that you do. This way you can remember them. And even if you know, you don't need to remember the fact from, ditto yaad nahi rakhna hota. If you will know approximately what has happened, for example, climate change is worsening, you know this fact, you can write this also. You don't need to provide them with the factual data. You know it, you know the organization who has given it, and you write it and you are done with it.
Once you revise, you analyze things. When you analyze things, you interlink. This is the subsequent stage of better answer writing. The earlier you understand this thing, the more successful you will be.
It has not been done. You must keep 2 things side by side. One is the detailed syllabus of the examination, and other is the past year papers. Once you analyze the things, that what is the actual demand that is being asked, then you have a crystal clear notion in your mind that what things you need to focus on and what not. Another thing that I would like to add on here is that I personally had this habit of taking out certain short notes from the articles also that I would read
or from the newspaper or otherwise the text or certain magazines that we would read like Yojana or other. What the thing is that when you extract those keywords out of them or those certain reports or certain quotes or something like that, it would help in the value addition and the enrichment of your answers. And those keywords or that enrichment is going to make a huge difference in your marks and the other competitors' marks. So you must follow. You can also follow if it goes well with you.
Exam आ गया, अब कुछ आंदा नहीं, घबरा गए, तो have some courage. डरना नहीं ਹੁੰਦਾ ਉੱਥੇ एग्जाम ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ. It is all right. ਇਸ ਸਾਲ ਦੇ prelims ਮੈਨੂੰ hardly 25% questions ਆਉਂਦੇ ਸੀ. ਆਪਣਾ competition is not with the exam. Our competition is with the competitors. ਤਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਦਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ better perform ਕਰਨਾ. Exam ਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਰਾ ਸਕਦਾ. ਤਾਂ ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ 25 ਆਉਂਦੇ ਸੀ ਬਟ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ, ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਕਰਦਾ, ਐਟਲੀਸਟ 25 ਅਟੈਂਪਟ ਕਰਦਾ, ਨੈਕਸਟ ਟਾਈਮ ਹੋਰ ਕੁਝ ਆਊਗਾ, ਐਲੀਮੀਨੇਟ ਕਰੂੰਗਾ, ਹੌਲੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਯੂ ਕੈਨ ਕਲੀਅਰ. ਕੋਈ ਘਬਰਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਕਿ ਹਾਂ ਐਗਜ਼ਾਮ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਡਰ ਕੇ ਪਏ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਇਟਸ ਜਸਟ ਅ ਹਰਡਲ ਯੂ ਹੈਵ ਟੂ ਕ੍ਰਾਸ. ਬਸ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਇੰਨਾ ਕੁ ਚੀਜ਼ ਸੋਚੋ, ਉਹ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਸੋਚਣ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ.
No, you never know all the analysis. You will, because you and other aspirants are maybe at the same stage. The other one sitting behind you or in the other room would be facing the same thing. But if you, just for the sake that you want to attempt more, you lose your marks because it goes into the negative thing. So the thing is that look into the paper, see that what could be your best attempt and then decide that how much you need to attempt it.
During this preparation and during this exam also, like during the period of exam,
You need to have a hobby. It is the only way that will engage you when you are depressed or when you are feeling low. Because at times when I used to feel low, I used to watch football. I used to play football, and then if you are you have good taste in movies, then you can watch that also. And don't spend too much on it. Just get back into the groove once you are done with the mood lifting part, and that is the only way to do it.
thank you.
And it varies. Other aspirants may have the other
Actually, I would
options.
like to tell sir to answer this question.
You have to practice this, maybe meditation, do yoga, and maybe as he has mentioned, he's fond of football. So I used to go, even when the CEO used to take off you at 4:30, immediately I used to rush to the volleyball ground or play tennis and forget about what he has said. So you have to take that thing out of your system. And maybe listen to some light music, ghazals, something, as he has mentioned, movies, or any other topic. Reading is the best habit, because we were not that lucky, I'll tell you. I was in RSB College, Firozpur. 1968 I passed by prep exam. I was first in aggregate, second in chemistry, second in English. So I got 5 books. And I didn't read those books. And those books were very good books, Religion and Faith, Hindu View of Life. But at that time we had not developed that habit, coming from a village background, reading those books. But I read that Speaker's Encyclopedia of Humor by Jacob Broad. So you have to develop that habit, that serious study. Maybe you read fiction also, but autobiography of great people, or even self-improvement books. Maybe on TV, everything is available on YouTube. Listen to some inspiring TED talk. That Gopal, what was his name? Gopal, that person comes, religious type of leader, he speaks very well. Gopal. Gopal? Yes, Gopal, I think. So you have to have your own choice, what you are comfortable with. If I tell you read this, no, it has to, you have to have a liking for it. And maybe remember your old days when maybe 1 year back, 2 years back, when you were in that situation, how you came out of it. Watch a match, go to a cricket match, play cricket, whatever, if you have to relieve the tension. And why take tension? Everything will pass on, it's a cycle. Difficult times, good times, so there's no, I think there is no ready-made formula ways to come out of it. And it is not difficult. Because then a phobia has to go. Exam phobia. What will happen? Nothing will happen. Things will be as it is. That's what I can think of. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Regarding the preparation for the upcoming exams. So it may be first step for you, most of the students sitting over here, but I'm sure, so this panel discussion will come up to be very useful in future for you to prepare for your upcoming examinations. So basically, I'm from the teaching profession. So I'm working at DAV College Secretariat. I'm also representing the teaching community in the Punjab University Senate nowadays. And fortunately, Dr. Jinder Man, he is my student. So, of course, so this is the legacy, means like, and the students, next generation students are there who are associated with Mansar. So, dear students, I wish you all the best. And fruitful discussion, you must have got some very important points. Dedication and determination. Then nobody can stop you to achieve your aim. So sometimes what happens, we think at a point of time, we want to become this and that in our lifetime. But with the passage of time, we forget to maintain the momentum, the dedication. So of course there are used to some distractions. So you have to be away from the distractions that come in your way, and focus on a single target, right? And if you get a good guide who can guide you properly, who can tell you this is the way to achieve your aim, so nothing like that. So you must recognize who is your guide, who can guide you in the best possible way. Right? Otherwise, we keep on trying ourselves. It takes very long way. It takes very long time. Right? So, in the first phase, you have to recognize who can guide you better. Right? Who is having good experience in the field. Right? So, that will be, means like, of course, your hard work will pay. So, there is no substitute to the hard work. So you have to work hard to achieve your aim, but definitely if you maintain this all, you retain this all, so you will be successful at the end of the day. So once again, I wish you all the best. Good luck. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable insights. Mr. T.S. Sandhu to please come on the stage and share his experiences and valuable information with us. Please give him a clap, guys.
IAS, IPS, PCS ਦੀ ਤਿਆਰੀ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਮੈਂ ਸਮਝਦਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਰਾਜਨੀਤੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੁੜਿਆ ਔਰ ਰਾਜਨੀਤੀ ਦਾ ਅਸਲੀ ਧੁਰਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਸਾਡੇ ਇਹ ਆਫੀਸਰ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਸਿਰ ਤੇ ਹੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਪੋਲੀਟੀਸ਼ੀਅਨ ਸਟੇਟ ਐਂਡ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਲੈਵਲ ਤੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਰਾਜਨੀਤੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੱਲਾਂ ਮਾਰੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਪਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬੜੇ ਮਾਣ ਨਾਲ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਪੈ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੰਧੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵੀ ਬੈਠੇ ਨੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਛੋਟਾ ਬੱਚਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਰਜਿੰਦਰ ਮਾਨ ਜੀ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਅਕੈਡਮੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਚੰਡੀਗੜ੍ਹ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਔਰ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਪਰਫੈਕਟ ਤੇ ਬੜੇ ਅੱਛੇ ਸੂਝਵਾਨ ਬੱਚੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ IAS, IPS, PCS ਨਿਕਲ ਕੇ ਗਏ ਨੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਮੇਰੇ ਛੋਟੇ ਛੋਟੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਮੈਂ ਦੇਖ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸੁਣਨ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਕਈ ਵਾਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਮੀਟਿੰਗਾਂ 'ਚ ਰੈਲੀਆਂ 'ਚ ਜਦੋਂ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਅਕਸਰ ਹੀ ਪੋਲੀਟੀਸ਼ੀਅਨ ਉੱਥੇ ਇੱਕ ਸਪੀਚ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਭਵਿੱਖ ਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦਾ ਹਿੰਦੁਸਤਾਨ ਦਾ ਉਹ ਬਾਹਰਲੀ ਕੰਟਰੀਆਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸਾਰੀ ਪੜ੍ਹੀ ਲਿਖੀ ਜਮਾਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾਤਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੋਚ ਇਹ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਾਹਰਲੀ ਕੰਟਰੀਆਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਚਲੇ ਜਾਈਏ ਪਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬੜਾ ਮਾਣ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕੁਝ ਪਰਸੈਂਟ ਬੱਚੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ 50% ਬੱਚੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਮਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਮੰਨਾ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਵਧੀਆ ਆਫੀਸਰ ਬਣ ਕੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰੀਏ, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਸਾਡੇ 5 ਬੱਚੇ ਮੈਂ ਦੇਖ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ PCS ਦੀ ਸਿਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਹੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਦੀ, ਸਾਡੇ ਕੰਟਰੀ ਦੀ ਕਮਾਂਡ ਸੰਭਾਲਣੀ ਔਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬੜਾ ਮਾਣ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਜਸਵੀਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਗਿੱਲ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਇਤਿਹਾਸ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਨੌਕਰੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੇ ਅਫੀਸਰ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੁਲਾ ਕੇ ਬੜਾ ਮਾਣ ਸਨਮਾਨ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਲਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪੂਰਨ ਯਕੀਨ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਪੋਜੀਸ਼ਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਪਹੁੰਚੋਗੇ। ਮੇਰੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਸਤਿਕਾਰਯੋਗ ਸਾਡੇ IPS MM ਫਰੂਕੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਮੇਰੇ ਆਉਣ ਤੋਂ 5-7 ਮਿੰਟ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਚਲੇ ਗਏ। ਮੇਰਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਪਿਆਰ ਸੀ ਔਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਗੇਟ ਤੇ ਮਿਲੇ ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਇੰਨਾ ਕੁ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਸੰਧੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਉਣਾ, ਨਹੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ 10 ਮਿੰਟ ਹੋਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਵੇਟ ਕਰ ਲੈਂਦਾ। ਪਰ ਚਲੋ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਬੜੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਕੁਝ % ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਦਾ ਭਵਿੱਖ ਬਣਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਔਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਰਹਿ ਕੇ ਤਿਆਰੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਅੱਜ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਿਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੋਈ ਔਰ ਬਾਕੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਜਲਦੀ ਮੈਂ ਸਮਝਦਾ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੇਡਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੀ % ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, IAS ਜਾਂ IPS ਜਾਂ PPS। ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ ਬੱਚਾ ਦੇਖ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਖੁਦ ਕੋਆਪਰੇਟਿਵ ਅਦਾਰੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੁਲਾਜ਼ਮ ਸੀ, ਮੇਰੇ ਖਿਆਲ ਸਤਿੰਗ ਮੈਂ ਸੁਣ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ, ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਕੋਆਪਰੇਟਿਵ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਕਾਫੀ ਲੰਮਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ MD ਰਿਹਾਗਾ, ਹੁਣ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟਰ ਹਾਂ, ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟਰ ਹਾਂ ਮੈਂ। ਔਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬੜੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਬੱਚੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਤਿਆਰੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਅੱਜ ਉਸ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਸਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੜੀਆਂ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਨਿਯੁਕਤੀਆਂ ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਵਧਾਈ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੱਗੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਉੱਥੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ, ਮੈਂ ਸਮਝਦਾ ਕਿ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਪ੍ਰਫੁੱਲਤ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਔਰ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਅੱਜ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ 'ਚ ਬੋਲਣਾ ਹੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਵਧਾਈ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਔਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਮੁਰੇ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਕਰਦਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਜਲਦੀ ਸਾਰੇ ਇਸੇ ਤਰੱਕੀ ਦੇ ਰਾਹ ਤੇ ਚੱਲ ਕੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਅਫੀਸਰ ਬਣੋ ਔਰ ਖਾਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਅਕੈਡਮੀ ਆ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਮਾਨ ਦੀ ਔਰ ਸਾਡੀ ਬੱਚੀ ਖੜੀ ਆ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਰਲ ਕੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੜੇ ਪਰਫੈਕਟ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ, ਬੜੀ ਅੱਛੀ ਸੂਝ-ਬੂਝ ਨਾਲ ਇਸ ਲਾਈਨ ਤੇ ਲਿਆ ਕੇ ਖੜਾ ਔਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਯਾਦ ਕਰੋਗੇ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਯਾਦ ਹੈ ਗਿੱਲ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਮੇਰੇ ਬੱਚੇ PPS 90 ਦੇ ਪੜ੍ਹੇ, ਭਾਵੇਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲੇ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਬਹੁਤ ਘੱਟ ਸੀ ਪਰ ਸਾਡੀ ਚੰਗੀ ਸੋਚ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਅੱਛੇ ਸਕੂਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਔਰ ਉਹ ਅੱਛੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਹੋਣਹਾਰ ਬੱਚੇ ਬਣ ਕੇ ਨਿਕਲਣ। ਤੋ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸੋਚ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੈ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਟੀਚਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੋਚ ਵਧੀਆ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੋਚ ਵਧੀਆ ਕਿ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਅਕੈਡਮੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਚੰਗੀ ਤਿਆਰੀ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਅੱਛੀ ਸੋਚ ਦਾ ਨਤੀਜਾ। ਸੋ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬੁਲਾ ਕੇ ਅੱਜ ਮਾਣ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਆ ਔਰ ਬੜੀਆਂ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਨੇਕ ਰੂਹਾਂ ਦਾ, ਸ਼ਖਸੀਅਤਾਂ ਦਾ, ਗਿੱਲ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵਰਗਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਅੱਜ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਰੂਬਰੂ ਹੋਏ। ਸੋ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ।
Without support of you all, this event would have been nothing. Thank you so much, guys. Please
give a huge round of applause
for yourself.
Wish you all the best, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.